Hi, this is Rob from Grappling Hook. We're going to talk about considering people in your cannabis business strategy. Last time we talked about what to begin to consider for the steps of a big project that you're working on, that you're putting together. And one of those steps was people. Now you need to begin to consider people. Why? Well, aside from the obvious, you need to consider who you have, who you're doing things for, who's doing that work, right? And you need to be considering, so like, who's looking out for what? So like, an employee is looking at the customer, the exec is looking at the mission, the funder is looking at return on investment. So just begin to think about people and their effects, right? And so when do you do this? Well, pretty much immediately you should begin to consider it. But at each service step, which was, go back and watch that video on service steps, on how to create your service steps for a project, you should be considering who is involved, who that project is touched by as you go, right? So, who would these people be? Well, you've got, who do you have? You've got maybe developers, product managers, you've got designers, UX designers, graphic designers, you've got marketers, sales, heck, you've got the security guard downstairs, right? So, okay, so just give you a sample. So you have all these people. Anyway, it could be anybody. You've got users, right? Heck, you've got a UPS or a FedEx guy. It makes a difference sometimes. You've got to consider these people occasionally. Like, who's touching the project at where, what stage? Okay? Now, what exactly am I kind of talking about here? Well, considering who the people you're doing this for, who are the people that are using the product. I mean, come on. People use product. People are why you're doing this. People are paying you, right? People are paying you. So that's the what, pretty much. What else do I need to talk about here? The where. Let's talk about the where for a minute. Let's see. I keep it in a service blueprint, and that lives for me on the cloud, which is great. I can reference it from anywhere whenever I need to. You can build one of these in a Google Doc so you can share with anyone. I personally prefer to use real-time board and put it together, and it lives there. I'll keep, like, who are the people involved at each step, and that may change over time. So that's why it's nice to have a document that's digital and keeps all this information in one place. And I can just change it if it changes, because Bob might become Judy in 6 months on a particular thing. That's going to change. You'll fill in, you'll change, like Bob becomes Judy, but you'll put Bob somewhere else on there. So anyway, you gotta consider it. So how do you do this? Well, first you need to talk with your team. Throw it out there. Who do they think is people involved? Who do you see it as? And just write it out. Pretty simple, right? You could create an actor map and connect all the points together. So like, who are the different relationships? How are they connected? The employee to the manager, the customer sales support to the customer sales support to the manager, supervisor, and on, right? And then just keep this as a reference occasionally, because occasionally you're like, okay, who are the people? You're going to need to know who's involved occasionally at certain things. And especially when you're talking to people, this is great to have, so you can just cut and paste. Here's the people, and pass it along. And you're not having to reiterate. Yeah, that's really that's really it. I will put links to things in the product notes. I'll look for an actor map, and or at least coming soon. Definitely go and check out the past couple videos. They all kind of build, and put this to use. Even just thinking about it's going to make a difference for you. Keeps the headaches away. Alright, this is Rob from Grappling Hook. Have a good one.